What do you call a podcast? Why are you guys not listening? Hello?
So Cal knows, she knows the score.
Listen, don't be that guy that misses the podcast. Tune in and make sure you see this gorgeous face and hear that gorgeous voice. George, you're a gem.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of What Do You Call It podcast. I'm your host GP. Today's guest is losing their podcasting virginity. I don't know. I've sounded better on paper.
That's a sentence.
Sounded better on paper and then me saying it out loud. But they are making their podcast debut, which is awesome. They are the Nervous Wrecking Machine, powered by anxiety and arm drags. Please give it up for Skye. How you doing today? You all good?
I'm doing all right. Very in character in that I'm a bag of nerves right now, and I'm covered in spray paint for some reason. We'll get into it, or I'm sure on it. But I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
Awesome. I'm not too bad. I've got a day off work today, so I can't really complain.
Same here.
Just before bank holiday weekend as well, so get in. So perfect. I shall have another episode of What You Call It podcast coming out before this one I'm talking about, just in case. So we're gonna have some fun, make this a bit easy for you, a fun experience as well. So I want to know, how did you get into wrestling?
Oh, that's an interesting one. I feel like a lot of people who get into wrestling, especially those who are wrestlers, watch it as a kid and are like a super fan and kind of got into it through that. I don't think I really ever watched wrestling until 2018, which is I feel kind of unusual for a lot of people. The truth is I wasn't doing too well mentally at the time, and so I was spending a lot of time in my bed at home. to kind of put it bluntly, and I just fell down a YouTube kind of spiraled out of control in a way, and I just kind of fell in love with it. I didn't think it was something that someone like me could do. I always thought it was very macho, very kind of there was a very limited scope of who was allowed to be in that, but it's just such a fun way to tell stories, and to it's just such a fun world, and I just kind of fell in love with it through that. So that's kind of how I became a massive fan of wrestling. And now I guess
some of the first what's your first exposure to it? So you fell down the rabbit hole, but what's the content that you kind of watching? Was it WWE? Was it British wrestling? What was the companies, if you can mention them?
I think the very first clip I ever remember seeing was you could say what you want about who she is as a person, but Ronda Rousey putting Triple H through a table. That was the very first clip I ever saw of an actual match or anything like that. And I was like, what is this? This is incredible. I think I obviously ended up watching a lot of WWE stuff, all in the lead up to WrestleMania 34 and that whole thing. And then also I found a lot of British indie stuff quite quick. A lot of people were surprised that I probably pay more attention to that than the big companies, actually, I'd say. I'm a little bit surprised,
especially sort of early on in your wrestling fandom.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of stuff on from the British scene on YouTube. So I saw a lot of Defiant stuff and a lot of Riptide. I was in love with that, and Eve and all of that kind of world I was really kind of drawn into quite early on. And that was the stuff that made me go, this is really cool, and this is happening on my doorstep. Why haven't I gone to see this kind of thing? So that's what I remember anyway. There's probably a lot more to it than that, but
that's pretty cool. That's a different story, and I like to hear that. Ronda Rousey, I think she's super talented. She does say some stupid stuff, but as a talent, as an MMA fighter and as a wrestler, I do really like her, to be honest.
I can't knock her ability or anything. I could never do some of the stuff that she does, but obviously with my identity and stuff, it's
that's the reason why
probably not worth talking about, but it's all out there. It's
but if you want to find the stupid stuff, just Google Ronda Rousey saying stupid stuff, and then it won't say too long
Yeah,
to find.
no, I think that's all we need to say on that.
I'm not going to quote it for this one.
No.
But no, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like to hear different stories, and for you, you're actually quite lucky when you became a fan because you could access all that content within seconds and minutes.
100%.
Whereas as a fan, for me, I literally had to get tapes, put it in. If I want to rewatch something, rewind, VHS. Yeah, I'm showing my age here, but no, that's awesome. What actually inspired you, or who or what even inspired you to become a pro wrestler?
That's really difficult. The funny thing is, I think the first time I came down to training, it was kind of a joke at myself. So I never actually thought I would end up properly doing this kind of thing, to be honest. But it was a lot of like, a lot of the stuff I was saying, like Riptide, especially some of the like the work they were doing there, like the storytelling, I was just like very invested in, like things like Eve. The Netflix show Glow was like really important to me as well.
Quality that show,
so good.
It.
I just got that early on, but like all of that kind of culminated in obviously even stuff happened at the Resgal, and so did a couple of other promotions in the British scene, and they had a school, and I came down one day kind of as a pretty much I was like, I have really bad anxiety. I am not the most athletic human in the world. I am scared of getting hurt. What would be funnier than me trying this thing?
You got fuck all to
but
do.
it ended up well, I was like, I was not doing well at the time, so I literally had nothing to lose. So I was just like, let's try it. I'll probably hate it and never come back. And it was one of the best things ever. It was just like I got really lucky in that, like on that first day, like there was someone who was like really supportive and was like really helping me through it. I think either my first or second session, like Nina Samuels was down and literally was the first person to teach me how to run the ropes. So,
really?
Like, yeah, like London
That's awesome.
Libre is wild. Like, like just I don't even know what to say. It's just it was like I just had a lot of really good experiences really early on that made me stick it out, and then they kept on happening, and then I was like, oh, maybe I won't just do this like as a fun hobby. Maybe I'll like end up like crewing a show or two or so. So I end up like doing some sound tech stuff in the Resgal, and then I ended up getting good enough. It was like I might as well do one match, and now I'm here. So like the joke's kind of just gone too far at this point, and now I can't leave. So you're stuck with me for a bit now, Brit. Sorry.
No, that's cool. That's cool. Other than Nina Samuels, who sort of taught you how to run the ropes, who else taught you them?
I'm lucky that I feel like a lot. I feel like I've had a lot of people who have helped me. Like early on, it was at London School of Lucha Libre. It was Greg Burridge, Gary Vanderhorn. Also, Buffalo Soldier was also one of the kind of people who was like unofficially also a trainer there, and like all of them were like so influential to me. Like they're the reasons obviously that I kept on coming back. They're like they found a way to get me out of my shell, and I'm still not sure how they did it. I think Greg still runs this. I'm at a different place right now, but like Greg still runs a school in Walthamstow, and I've heard good things. And like I've been down once or twice, and it's really cool. But yeah, they were like really influential early on. There was also another school that I think was really helpful for me, but because of things that have happened, I'm just going to refer to them as name redacted. But they were also very important to me. And currently, I feel like it was weird because I did all that early on. Like I had like 10 months or so with London School of Lucha Libre before the Resgal unfortunately closed during the pandemic, which was really gutting for me.
I've only been to that place once in It's Bethnal Green, isn't it? Just to double check.
Yeah, it was Bethnal Green under a railway arch. It was like the
literally
strangest place to have a venue.
And in that little alleyway by the railway.
Yeah, it was like there was no atmosphere like that place. Like, say what you want about it, but like there was just like a completely unique venue for wrestling, and I was
underground. Really I love that sort of. I love that vibe though.
It was so cool. It was so cool.
I can't remember what company it was. It was many years ago, way before the pandemic, and I thought ours was pretty cool. So to train it as well, it just kind of made. I can imagine it being like a home in a way.
it really, like, that place was like a family. It was, yeah, just like there was just a certain magic there that I don't think ever is going to be recreated in a way. Like, they're like just coming in on that first day, and like at that school they did like this like wild, like they do like this wild kind of almost like an hour-long warm-up that's kind of half a dance routine, half of like workout thing to like Latin house music, and it's like it's literally nothing like it in the world. I need to go back to Burridge's school because like I don't know if they still do it or not.
I can just
like,
imagine Jim Cornette's eyes just popping out of his head now if he heard this.
And I'm fine with that, honestly. Like, no, not to like just shoot on like someone who's like
no.
That's like I'm like it was that alone brought you out of your shell before and like you got your fitness up before you even started the session. Like
and
yeah, that was a whole
as well, just like
thing. Yeah, but like that all happened. Like all of that happened for like 10 months. I got to the point where like I was teching all their shows, and like I did like a 5-minute match, which was like my first like proper debut, and like that was like a whole surreal experience. And then the pandemic hit, and I forgot all my wrestling again, and I'm now at Play Fight School, which is run by Tom Dawkins, Cara Noir, and that I feel like has like taken what I knew about wrestling and brought it to a whole new level as well. Like I'm just I if you want to get involved in wrestling, I can't recommend it enough. It's like it's just like I feel like that's becoming my new home very quickly. I really just the people there just have such a mind for wrestling, and just the I literally started from right at the bottom again and worked my way back to where I am now with it. And I've learned I've learned things that I've never. Ooh, what was that? I don't know. So I've learned lots of things that I never thought I could even do. And they also have like women, non-binary and trans class, which has been really a really important space for me because I never felt really welcome in those spaces. And it's that's also really it's just been a really good time, and I can't recommend Play Fight enough. And you'll be seeing a lot of the students coming out there very soon if they're not already out, because there's a lot of like
if there's any names you can mention, just to give a bit of exposure on this platform, just even for me.
How many can I name? Because I could
do a Jericho. We can even take an.
I could reel off a list. Okay, right. Where do we start? We've got Alf Edwards, we've got Prince Dean, we've got Delphine, we've got Cody, we've got Aiden White, we've got Bo Bells, we've got Rita Slayworth, we've got Camille Hansen, which we've got oh my god, how many other people have we got? There's so many people. I'm gonna miss some people, and they're gonna be really mad at me. They're gonna be so like, we've got Jay Alexander, we've got, oh my god, my mind's going blank. There's so many really good people. There's so many I can't stress enough, there's so many good people who you're gonna be seeing a lot of really, really soon. And I just like if I think of any more, I'll probably take to Twitter.
Just random names.
Check out all these people.
Even if I randomly ask you a question, just and that person.
Yeah, no,
I love your passion. I can tell for someone that's only been watching wrestling for about 4 or 5 years, the passion's there. Like I can tell you're hooked. It's like a drug. Like I mean, I was early on, but already like you probably love it more than people have loved it their whole lives.
Oh well, that's really kind of you to say. And it's like wrestling, like learning to wrestle is like actually a little bit addictive. Like I can't explain the feeling of it unless you try it. But like part of my whole thing with wrestling is I wanted to be kind of someone who's like not necessarily what you'd expect a wrestler to be, because I want to show people that it, like, I want to kind of demystify it a bit. Like I'm obviously a very small name, and I'm not really, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily achieving that mission right now or anything, but like I really want to kind of demystify it and get people to go, oh well, if that weird nerd can do it, then maybe I can try it too. Like because it is just like there's just so many ways to be a wrestler, and there's just so much cool stuff that you can do, and
not everyone has to really be a technical wizard or John Cena or all that thing.
Absolutely not. And like even if you don't ever wrestle a match, it's just like I've gained so much confidence, and just like my anxiety is not a gimmick, right? And like there is no bigger kind of exposure therapy to anxiety than being in a situation where you or someone else could get horribly injured while you're also trying to perform to a crowd, and trying to kind of contain all of that and do the best show you can for people. There's nothing like that, and that's been super like it's really changed kind of how I see myself and how I see kind of the world, and I think that's really cool.
That's
so
awesome.
I highly
has
recommend
genuinely
it.
made an impact in your life, but like positive as well. I mean, it could be some negative side, especially like in social media, it's very toxic. But to hear like a good story from wrestling and how much it's changed you, considering you said earlier that you weren't in the best place, but now like you're positive, you made friends, you're making a name for yourself, you are on this podcast, what you call it, podcast. But
Yes.
no, it's also I get cheap plug in there. There is one person I want to mention who I've had previously on the show, Murdoch.
Go for it.
Reaction says it all. I just want to know, because I know you're familiar with him. The reaction says it all. I gotta ask: are you a Murdoch maniac?
My opinion of Murdoch is very conflicting, right? He seems like the worst person. I don't know how to explain it, but like I feel like I have a weird soft spot for Murdoch. Like I'm a Murdoch. I'm very low key a Murdoch maniac. Like, dude, he cannot know this. Like absolutely not.
I may or may not tag him in this. Don't worry.
Oh no, he cannot know. Like, he's not a good person. I don't know what he's doing at the minute with his whole like
headliner, 5 stars.
Like, I mean, to be fair, it is genius content. It's genius content, but like it's giving fake news. It's like, he's
not shy, and he's very confident.
It's like, he's so confident. And it, he scares me a little, because it's just like so little bit.
Did you apply for the job, by the way, that he offered on one of my last?
I mean, I don't know if the application's out yet, but I think I might apply. I think I might be applying for it. I want every opportunity to get out there. And it's just like I don't know. It's just like, again, I want to hate the guy so much, but
he's really good.
There's just something that he's just so charismatic. He's so charismatic. I can't hate him, and it's really bugging me. It's really bugging me. Like, I just want to hate him so bad.
I was doing this. I was like, you're really good at what you do, but I can see why a lot of fans just do not like you.
No. You should have seen. Like, I was at Riot Cabaret the other night, and he won that match. Like, he was in like a tag match and he won. It was a little bit nefarious, but like, fair play to him, I guess. But like, but people did not like him, and I could totally see why. And but I should be agreeing.
He loves that, don't he?
Yeah, it's so annoying. I don't know how he does it. It's so. I want to hate him so.
You want to boo him, but you're like,
he's so good though. He's so good. It's so annoying.
He's gonna love this though. He's just like, I know I'm good, and I don't care if I'm right. So he's gonna actually love this part. So I might tag him in this part for our conversation about him. What I do want to ask you, by the way, is who are some of your dream matches? It can be past, present. It can be sort of who you are training with that you haven't wrestled with. Anyone.
Oh my God.
You're the fancy booker.
This is difficult, because there's so many different directions I could go with this.
You can name more than one if you want to.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, the joke answer I've always got in the back of my head, just because I think it would be really funny, and I do think both of these people are really cool, is me versus Skye Smithson versus Skye James. Because that would be funny. Just
Battle of the Skye.
Yes, just like plus they're just amazing people. Like I keep on bumping into Skye Smithson at shows, and she just kind of does the whole Spider-Man meme thing, and it's just it's a good time. It's like I feel like she would drop kick me out of the venue, but like I did like that. That's the joke answer I always give.
That'd make you smile, though.
There's so many I could be here all day again. Like, I feel like I could reel off like a whole list of people, and I'm too scared to because they might come fight
Might
me.
come back to
and
bite you in the ass, but go for it, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Go
because
for it,
it's
go for
like,
it. I want to
because
hear.
like in the back of my mind, I've got like things like Max the Impaler, and I'd come out.
If we can
dead
get some
from that.
fights booked
I
for
would
yourself,
not-
and it happens because of this podcast, you can name them, and I will take the credit.
Oh, that we could be here all day. Oh God, I don't even know. I mean, at the weekend this week, at time of recording, I'm kind of
Oh, you got big match lined up,
making a
haven't you?
tag. I've got
do?
making a
Pro
tag
Wrestling
debut.
East,
So yeah, we'll get on to that, I reckon. But
Sock'em
like,
Wrestlers.
yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for that. Yeah, we'll probably talk about more of that in a
Yeah,
bit.
let's
but,
talk
like,
about it now. I mean,
'cause
if
it's,
someone
like,
wants to purchase a ticket for it, what can they expect from yourself and your tag team partner?
Oh, okay. We're gonna do that now.
We're gonna do it. Let's go for it.
We're gonna go straight to that. Okay, we'll come back to the other thing. It's difficult to say because like we've got Tarquin and Camille Hansen, and if you've seen either Pro Wrestling East or our social media, we do not get like those people have been ruining our time, both of our times, since we like made a miraculous debut after the pandemic on their second show. Like, like they have just been ruthless and horrible. Like the Diadem are like a horrible fact. Like pretty much Tarquin's just paying off loads of better wrestlers than him is the gist of that. Yeah, like obviously on the first show I was briefly partnered with Nightshade before it turned out she turned on me and was actually paid off by the Diadem to do that, and it's just
great.
That was not fun. And then on the next show she kind of beat on my friend Bo Bells, like, but so that's not. I've been angered to the point where I might have accidentally threatened to decapitate Camille Hansen on Twitter, and that was a mistake. I don't know where I'm going to get this energy from, but I need it now because I've made promises that I'm not sure if I can
Can't
keep.
all be talk, you know. Got to do it
like,
ring as well.
Yeah, like I got a bit too big for my boots for a moment. She's probably going to batter me. I just got to make sure to battle her harder, and I'm lucky that I've got one of my closest, like my bestie Bo Bells is my partner, and we are going to bring all the wholesome friendship, but also we plan on battering both of them and stopping them interfering with us at East ever again. So that's the plan going into it, because it's just
be confident. You've got this. You got this, right?
It's the place that's been so
important. The man with the mic is cheering you.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. I'm actually really nervous as well because Ian recently was on a different podcast, and well, Frank, whichever name you want to refer to him by, but he was like, this is going to be like the sleep, like this is going to be like a sleeper hit, like people are going to walk away and be like, this is the match they're going to be thinking about. No pressure, Bo and Skye. So like we'd better
pull that on what it called Sweet
Chinwag.
That's the one. Yeah. That's
no, they seem cool as well.
Memory, I just couldn't remember the name, but I am familiar with them. They share my content, and I share theirs. So shout out to them.
That's nice. We love to see people supporting people. But yeah, that's made me really nervous. Yeah, I can't guarantee that. Hopefully we will deliver on that promise.
I want a victory, and I want you to tag me in it because I'll be cheering you. I will be cheering.
That's really nice to know. Hopefully we'll pull something out of the bag as well. We really want to. There's been rumors that next year at East there's going to be a tag tournament, and we want to kind of get our place in that. So that's like two big reasons that why we need to win. And I'm nervous for that, but I think we've got some stuff in the bag they're not going to be expecting. So
love it. There's some fine words in there. There's some fine words, but you got something up your sleeve. I do like that. But I will go back to the dream question. Sorry, I kind of chopped the gun a little bit.
It's okay.
It's about the Skye Spider-Man meme, but I feel like you had more to say as well. So I'll let you finish off. And give me the list, like Jericho.
I don't know if I could give a list off the top of my head, but like one that I was literally talking about with Bo the other day. Now that we're doing a tag team, currently champions of a promotion that we both really love, but I think we both really want to fight BDSM really badly. Clementine, Charles Crowley.
Sorry.
It's the navel, right? Like for
know,
sure. Big dangerous scary mammals. Clementine was actually like someone who was really important. Like she was at London School of Lucha Libre when I was, and it has a very similar brain to me a lot of the time, and so she was very influential for me. But like, yeah, what they're doing right now is like on another level, and yeah, we both were talking about this literally yesterday that we'd love Fight and Flight to fight them, but like, let's get our debut done first. Let's see how this goes. It might not work, but like, we hoping that we are going to be bringing the, you know, in the cheesiest way possible, the power of friendship, and it's going to work out. Is the aim. Last show was amazing. last show was amazing because like we were just we got like giant like friendship, like throughout both of our matches everyone was just chanting friendship the entire time, and that's the most wholesome thing I've seen on a wrestling show, and it was for us. So I hope we can deliver on that again whilst also battering some mean people.
I love it. That's
the vibe.
That's sweet. Last question. It is my official wrap-up question. I love asking this question. Every single
I know what the question is going to be.
Not every single question.
I have not thought about it.
You already thought about it? Love it. So as someone who's watched it already, you already know what I'm going to ask. It's my famous question. You get to pick 3 guests for your dream dinner party. Dead, alive, fictional, cartoon, Jesus, don't care. Your choice. Cartoon character. Anyone. You get to pick. Give me a reason as to why you want them at your meal. Go. And if you see sweat patches, I do apologize. It's very hot.
Is this okay? It's okay. It's the weather has been all over the place recently. I don't know how
it's raining, and I'm still sweating.
No, I know it's the same here. Like, I don't know what's up with that. And I also don't have to answer this question. I forgot about this question, and I'm like, oh no, what am I gonna say? Oh no, I don't actually know off the top of my head. Oh no, there's a common theme of this.
You had time to prepare for this, and now you've dropped the ball. You've smashed it for your first podcast, and now it's just like
I know I've messed it up at the last second. What have I done?
Thank you for listening to What You Call It podcast. I'm joking.
Okay, bye. Oh my god. The common theme in this show is there is too many people to list in one short moment with my chaos brain. But like, let's think about this. There's so many people. I think one of them, I don't even know why particularly, but I think the writer like Russell T Davies, I think would be like a pick for me.
It does ring a bell. What's Russell written?
He's written a lot. I think he's most famously known for writing Doctor Who, and I think he's coming back to that now.
I'm so sorry, but I've never watched a full episode of Doctor Who.
That's kind of a crime, but also kind of okay. Like it's mixed quality. Like my original Ring Gears kind of was vaguely half inspired by it, so it's like I have to kind of give that a shout out in a way, like because it's like it's important. I don't know, it's an important show to me. But like Doctor Who,
that's fine.
Like also Years and Years and It's a Sin. I've still not watched It's a Sin. I feel like that's a gay crime, but like I like
gay crime. Sorry. I don't know if I've heard that before. That's quite funny.
I don't know. But no, I need to watch that because it's I've heard it's incredible. But no, I think he just have some very interesting takes on storytelling and stuff. That's only one person though. I need 2 more names. Oh no, this could take years.
It don't have to be, but don't have to give a reason. And you can go back to wrestling for help because that might be fresh in your mind as well if you really want to.
I mean, who else would I have at that dinner table?
Ronda Rousey, but just not with her opinions. I'd have Ronda Rousey there, but she has to stay mute.
I mean, you know what? Why? I think that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Not for good reason. It could be for who knows. Let's put her in the dinner party just to see what happens.
Just be like, look, I just want to know what is your thought process when you say these things. Like,
yes, let's just for the chaos.
Yeah,
and because I'm curious. Why
Ronda
not?
Rousey,
Okay.
writer. I love it.
Like, is that a cop out? I don't know.
No,
We'll
that's
do
fine.
it.
I
We'll do
like
it.
it. I like it.
And
we've got space for one more.
It's very random pick again. I'm probably going to say Lauren Maybury from the band Churches. I really like their music, and I think she would also have some very interesting things to say. She probably wouldn't get on with Ronda Rousey, or maybe even Russell. I don't know. I don't know who these people.
But that's what makes it fun, though. Like they've got all these individuals. They've probably got nothing in common, but like you want to see how they react with each other and like interact,
100%.
and just the stuff they're going to say, and who gets on, who doesn't, and who you're going to get on with most. And
100%.
And what would you serve them all?
Probably something really bad. I'm like, I don't know. Me and cooking is like, I will cook like whatever I make will be acceptable for me. I half the time don't feel like I would ever serve anyone else my food, even though there's a lie, because me and my housemates cook for each other all the time. But like, it's like,
oh, that's pretty cool.
It's nice. It's nice. We have quite a nice vibe at home. It's really nice. Yeah, I could not tell you. It would, whatever it would be probably chaotic and last minute, and it might taste okay. That's the honest truth. Who knows? Yeah,
I love it. No, that's I'm also not 100% I know Churches. Like I had someone else who came on the show early in the week, and they mentioned a band. I was just like, "Who the fuck is that?" So
that's fair. That's fair.
But I like it. You learn new stuff, and I'm gonna probably YouTube it after. I actually do generally watch people's matches after on YouTube, what they said in the answers if I don't have a clue. So I'm pretty good at that. I'm pretty good.
Okay, I wonder if you'll like. This is like really wholesome synth pop. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a fun.
I listen to anything, so I will give it.
I'm the same. I like most things.
I still listen to like 80s music. Like I'll listen to like Transformers
it's very 80s. It's like Churches is quite like 80s inspired. So like it's quite fun. I like that a lot about them. I just think that she's an interesting person, and I just was like, why not? I'm thinking off the top of my head here. I had time to prepare. Who knows?
No, that's cool. That's cool. I love it. I love it. Skye, thank you for coming on. If the listeners want to keep up to date with your career and they want to see you in the future, maybe, where can they follow you on social media?
Oh, right. I'm on a lot of things. I guess like
another list.
Mainly Instagram and mainly Instagram and Twitter is where you can find me. Maybe Facebook. My @ is @WrestleTechKid, which is probably confusing, and I probably will be changing that soon because people think I'm a really good technical wrestler. I just did sound tech for a while. That's just how that happened. Although I'd like to get better at technical wrestling. I'm working on that right now at Playfight. But @WrestleTechKid is my @ and that's where I post a lot of random things, but also about my wrestling. And if you're around, I don't know when this is going to go up, but like
it will be before your show. Don't worry about that for Pro Wrestling East big shows for this.
Oh well, the day before Pro Wrestling East, I might be appearing somewhere else, but that's not announced yet.
But if they follow, so you can follow them and find out where they'll be appearing before the big show, which is awesome.
Yeah,
I will put your description. Sorry, I'll put your details in the description below so they can keep up to date with yourself.
Lovely, thank you.
And if they can also follow me on my social media, that's in the description below as well. That'd be much appreciated. If you can also subscribe, share all my content so I can continue producing awesome content on a weekly basis. That will be fucking great. I just had to emphasize with the swear word there, but it's because I'm a rebel. Boom.
We love that for you. We love that.
But thank you for coming on, Skye. It's been an absolute blast talking to you. And I'm glad to have taken your podcast opportunity.
It's still a phrase that we'll go with it.
I'm now the Madonna of podcasting, right? I love it.
I love that for you. Again, love that for you.
Good attitude. But no, awesome. Thank you for coming on. Been a blast.
Thank you for everyone having me, honestly.
That's listening to this episode. Thank you. There will be more episodes of What You Call It podcast coming out next week because it's bank holiday weekend and I'm going to be celebrating it. So that's why you get 2 episodes out this week before the holiday takes place. But for now, everyone, take care. Have a great weekend and stay safe. Hello there. I've got a special announcement for my next guest.
Hi, I'm Levi Brooks and I'll be appearing on What You Call It podcast.
Yeah, I heard.